Hello and welcome to Paper Plays Julie K.
Welcome everyone, and thank you so much for stopping by to check out my latest video. And today I'm here with a junk journal share, and it is an Ave Maria journal that I created for a friend for a gift for Christmas. And I really love how this turned out. I think it's gorgeous. I did use a pillow sham kind of for the white material that you see in the background, and then this beautiful lace on top of that is from a curtain that I tuck apart. I use sari silk for my closure, and I layered up some different papers. I die cut the shape in the background that I did on chipboard and put scrapbooking paper over it. You can see another layer here of curtain material. I got some samples, and that came from like a sample book. A digital image, and then I also have some gold eyelash trim with some iridescence to it that's just gorgeous. I also have some of my rolled roses that I added as a little bit of an embellishment in the corner. And the back side is just the lace and the material. I thought it was beautiful as is, so I didn't do anything back there. And let's see. Again, the journal's titled Ave Maria, and I use digitals from the Paper Cameo, Sampool, TaylorMade journals, and then also scrapbooking paper that I had in my stash. And so on the inside, I have a beautiful little pocket, again with some more gorgeous lace. I did do a little bit of sewing on some of the pages and tags in here. I do have a writing board. I just covered some chipboard with some digital images just so that you can put that, because I like to heavily embellish my journals. But my friend, I know she does write in journals, or is willing to write in journals, and she's also a crafter, so she'll be able to add to the journal if she wants. But I wanted her to have a writing board so that she could write in the journal easily if she wanted to. So I was tempted to decorate this more, but I wanted it to make sure it had a nice flat surface. And just kind of a basic tag in this one. All I did was add some stickles on it. And I love how beautiful that looks. I have a little doily that I got from my mom's from Joann that I added in here. Here's the first page. I did do some gold foiling on some of the pages. This one's a die cut I got in some Happy Mail that I added. You can use it as a tuck spot. Some writing space. Oh, and then also I didn't mention earlier too, I had the lined digital paper on the back sides of some of this is from Ephemera's Vintage Garden. I have some like vintage tatting that I added on some of the pages that I picked up at an estate sale. I also have some beautiful gold vintage ribbon trim, and I got that again from my mom's friend Joann. And let's see, I have a fun little flip down pocket thingy. I don't know what the correct term is, but I did watch a video from Liz, the paper crafter, I think, and she had this on her channel. And I think she had got it from somebody else, so I don't know who the original person was. But it's kind of fun. It reminds me of something that went into like maybe somebody's mini album. I've seen stuff like this in like scrapbooking mini albums. But it's kind of fun. It has pockets, and I alternated them. I think when she did it, all of her pockets were the same for where you could stick these little tags, and I alternated my folds so that they were opposite, if that makes sense. These also come out some journaling cards with some scrapbooking paper on them. I also added a little bit of labels here that can be added. And then on this one, I did have this as a tuck spot right here. I just don't have anything in it, so you could tuck something in there. And I just did a little ribbon closure on that with some sheer lace or trim that I had in my stash. A beautiful little applique and some pretty trim on the sides and on the bottom. A beautiful page here with a gorgeous tag. Again, some little gold foiling on that. Some more of that vintage trim. I love this pocket with the lace. It's kind of a sheer lace, and then it's has some gold on it, and I got that from my crafty friend Amy Love, and I've been hoarding it for a long time, but it was so perfect for this journal. And then this image right here had a heart on it, and this trim had kind of a heart on it, so I thought they were perfect to be paired next to each other. I have kind of an older postage stamp And I added a little bit of an applique and did some layering with some more vintage trim. And I think this trim came from, maybe it came from Gisela Lavish Laces. I have a little die cut or a digital that says Holy Night, and I added some eyelash trim. I have a little pocket here that I made from a die cut. Again, another gorgeous tag. Did some decorating on there. And then behind it, I have, this is some scrapbooking paper, but I have another image right here that I added. And then I did a little photo corner right here so that this, because I wanted the angel to be almost like she was looking over the image here. So I wanted to pop that up and try to keep it somewhat in place. So that's why I did the little photo corner right there to hopefully hold it in place. And another beautiful tag in that pocket. Some more scrapbooking paper. This was from this piece right here, and I wrapped it over the side, so I made kind of a little tuck spot. There's a vintage doily that I don't know is going to show up very well. I did spray some of the background pages with some gold spray. I don't think that's going to come up very well on the camera, but I did also do that. And then again, here's just a little quick little tag that I made, writing spot behind there. Beautiful image from Lorna Taylor from Taylor Made Journals. And I had a little piece of gold lace right here that I used for a little pocket. Some more writing space, and you can see I added like some trims on a lot of the different pages. This is just kind of some sheer material that I found at the thrift store, and it has a little gold flecks in it. So I sewed that in. Another part of that applique, a little bit more of this gold trim, and another beautiful image, digital image. Some vintage lace that I made into a pocket. Another little applique. I had also some sample books with lace curtains, and this came from the sample book, which I thought was beautiful. Just kind of nice little sheer thing with the gold on it, just to highlight some of the gold that I have going on in this journal. I have a little altered paper clip up here that I made, and I have a little old postage stamp that I put on there with some layering behind it. And a while back I bought a old book that was falling apart, and it was in German, and I think it was a prayer book. But inside of that prayer book there was all sorts of little things like this, which I presume is maybe a prayer or something on the back side. It's listed, I'm thinking, in German or a similar language like that. And there is some writing down here. It says, I think it says 1916 on there, a date. But I did add that to here along with this little paper clip that I made. Let's see if I can get this back in. Then on the back side, I just attached a little tag, and it's blank on the back side for journaling space. And then there's also writing here, a little tuck spot that came from one of the digital collections, and a little tag that I decorated a little bit on. I did add a little an angel charm to that one. And again, I tried to use leave the back sides very either tea dyed or coffee dyed, or this one's some cardstock that's in a neutral color, just so that you could journal on it. Just some more embellishing on both of these pages. Some vintage tatting. And this one I tried my hand at making a removable belly band. So this piece comes off. And on the front side I had just some folded digital paper with lines on it so that you could journal on that. So that's what the belly band looks like on this side, if it were just to be like that. And the back side, I just did some trim, and then you can see some little embellishing at the top or the bottom, and so that just slides on the page so you can remove it, which I think is kind of fun. And so this one, like I said, I just wrapped a piece of paper over it. And then when you flip it over, I did also have another piece of digital image, and this is scrapbooking paper on the back side of that one that you can add to this side for some more writing space. And then I just added a tag too in there. Another old postage stamp that I made into a paper clip or an embellishment. I think it's just an embellishment on this one. It's not a paper clip. It's just I just glued that on. So that was back when we could buy postage stamps for 20 cents in the US. That one came off of some sort of old envelope. I have a little tip in here that I added after I made the journal, and on this one there's a little top tuck spot with another beautiful image and some lace. I had another image right here, and I thought about cutting this out, but I decided to leave it because, you know, hopefully my friend can add some sort of image, or she can journal in the middle or do something in the middle, and then of course journal in the back. And so I have a bottom tuck spot here, and then this envelope does open, and I just have paper in there to write on. Some vellum with music notes on it. Some beautiful gold trim that I added at the top, and then also some gold trim here in the bottom. This is the middle of the signature. And you can see some gold foiling, which I think is showing up on camera. And here's a little tags that I threw in the pockets. And the pockets, again, are kind of that sheer material that I showed you guys earlier in the journal. We'll come across it again. But I did that for the pockets because I wanted to be able to kind of see the images. I thought they were really pretty on the paper, so I just wanted something kind of subtle. And I chose to put stars on my signature ties in the middle. Some more space for writing. And again, she's a rubber stamper, so I figured she could go in and stamp if she wanted to on the pages. So I tried to leave that part for her to do if she wants. Here's a little fabric flip. This is a piece of linen that came from a curtain sample book. And let's see, on the back side of this one, I did wrap some paper around the sides of the paper just for some decoration. And then I had a little heart paper clip in gold. Again, another beautiful image that I made into like a little bag. And I have another little vintage piece that came from that prayer book. Again, not sure exactly what it says, but I knew she would appreciate them. So it's always fun to find old vintage books and then to have things tucked into the pages. Some trim, another beautiful image. I just added some trim at the bottom. I had a gold envelope, which is kind of fun. It's sheer, so you can kind of see the image in there. So you can pull that out and then journal on the back. And so when the envelope's flipped open, I have another digital image here that I did sew around the edges, and there is some gold foiling on that. And then that tucks underneath this little circle, but you can open it up and you can journal up here and then also here, or my friend could add a photo or a poem or a prayer. And then this piece also, when this is up, you can flip the rest of this open, and I have some more writing space for her in there. And one of Lorna Taylor's images of an angel, and this one I hooked under here so it just opens and it flips out so you can write there, and then this also flips out so she can write there too and add some things to it if she wants. And more of that sheer material from a linen sample book, and I added some more of that applique, the little pieces that didn't have flowers on them, but I still thought they were pretty embellishments on the side. So I added them. And then this is a little flip out or flip. So I did some layering. And then this one too, I did the photo corners, and this does come out, and you there's nothing under there, but you can journal then underneath here and also on the back side of this. So it's kind of like a hidden journaling spot, which is kind of fun. And then also this came from, I think this one maybe came from that prayer book. It was an image in that prayer book that I liked, and it was kind of falling apart. So I just kind of added it in as a tip-in into the journal. And I did cover up a couple of like smudges on the back of the page, so I added some lace and then a little label down there. Here's that other sheer material that was in here that I used for the pockets in the middle that I just attached in. Another little page with some material on this side. And another image that I did some gold leafing on. And then this is a little flip here. There's some gold leafing on this, but this flips up. And you can journal here. I figured my friend could maybe add, again, a little photo or something under there, or she could add another piece of paper to journal on. But I did like it when it was closed. It almost looks like a continuation of her angel wings. So I thought that was kind of pretty. Another old postage stamp. This one was back when you could get them for 6 cents. And it had like an angel on there, I believe, so that's why I chose that one as a Christmas one. This one is a little envelope from one of the digital collections, and I added some gold foiling around the edges. And when you do open it up, there's just a piece of paper in there, so I'm not going to open it up. But then on the back side, I have a little tuck spot for another little journaling card. And a beautiful little pocket, again with a little tag or a journaling card that I made, and I did a little bit of layering on this one. I love how that one turned out, and again you can just do some journaling on the back side. And then a little tuck spot here with the tag in it. Some trim on this one. Then the back side of this one, I did do another altered paper clip, and this one has a bag on it. I left this back side of this paper plain with just trim at the bottom. Because again, my friend can add, another piece of paper that she's journal on or a photo. But I did attach this little bag that I found in my stash that matched the journal. It had some gold dots on it, and I just added some trim at the bottom. And another beautiful tag, again, with writing spot on the back. And there's room to add more into some of the pockets and little bags like this. There's more room, but again, I left stuff for her to add to it if she wanted to. And then the back side of that doily, and then again, just a little pocket here. And this one I use like some more chunky glitter, and it's kind of getting all over everything. So I don't know if it'll even stay on there long term, but I do like how it looks. So I maybe should have used that on the cover. But for now, I'll just stick it in there. And again, I'm going to fold up this piece of music sheet also to put in there, just because it has the name of the journal on it. Thank you again, everybody, so much for watching today. Let me know what you think of the journal. And again, I will try and link the names of the Etsy stores that I purchased some of the digital kits from, so that you guys can go and check them out and show them some love. And until next time, thank you again so much for watching. And until next time, have a wonderful day and happy crafting.